This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. What? Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit? One, puff, puff, then we pass. Then we pass. Then we pass. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ding dong. What's going on, man? What's popping?
Yo, let me tell you something. Why they coming for the kid so hard on the YouTube situation?
Who coming for you?
Do you not understand that as soon as we started posting them freestyles onto our channel, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
The comments came in hard, fast, and serious.
Like a waterfall?
Like a waterfall. You know what I'm saying? They need to state the rivers and the lakes that they used to.
Wow.
They wasn't used to us.
They wasn't used to.
They was
Apparently
not ready. They was not ready.
Apparently not.
They came at me from all sides. They tried it so
wow.
hard.
Well, what was they saying? Was it like, were they vicious with it? Was it?
They were being as faceless as they, actually are in real life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What are you transitioning to? I said, what? Okay.
Yo.
What are you transitioning to?
The nerve.
Why are you stuck?
The nerve.
What's wrong with you?
Okay. All right.
I'm having a good time. But anyway.
All right. Well, that's cool. Well, you know what? It's your man, EarthTone.
Hey, your man, the real Peezy, holding you down with the right dose of the highest notes.
You know what it is?
What is it?
It's summer. Well, not quite yet, but we almost there. You know what I'm saying? We getting there. We right around the corner. But Memorial Day and all of that, it's officially summertime in New York City. So that's how we giving it up.
So you know what that means, right?
What that mean?
Happy Pride Month.
Of course.
Because.
Of course.
As I get these ashes all over my goddamn velour silk velveteen pants.
Don't do that.
Anyway.
Don't do that.
But yeah, happy Pride Month to all of y'all.
Yep.
It's a glorious occasion.
It really is.
And we're not gonna let any of these motherfucking haters, whether they got faces or not online, tell us what they fucking want to tell us. Because guess what? We're gonna continue to do it flyly and effortlessly as we always do.
Well said. Well said. I love it. All right. So speaking of keeping on doing what we gonna do. What we gonna do with this music front? How we feeling, man? I feel like it's been a while since we had an ally. Like, how you feeling?
Yo, I think I have to agree with you on that. And on that note,
is it time for the ally of the day? Who we got? What's going on? Ally of the day. Hey. Come on, man! Wow, that felt good.
We didn't lose.
That felt good.
We didn't lose anything.
We ain't miss a beat.
We ain't miss a beat at all.
So who we got though? Who we got for him?
I believe we have a first timer.
Ooh.
We have not had this ally. Let me bring to the stage the gracious, the valorious. That's not even a word, but it don't matter.
All right, sound good.
Yeah. The beautiful and ever talented Andra Day.
Andra Day, ladies and gentlemen.
Day.
All right, well, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Or Andra Day.
Andra Day,
I really didn't
Andra.
get the official
Andra or
pronunciation.
Andra?
I'm going to go with Andra because her name is Cassandra. Right?
I like Andra.
Right. So we're going to go with Andra Day. And that is our ally that we're bringing forth to you.
Okay.
So in case y'all didn't know, you know what I'm saying? We're going to fill you in. Washington bred, California-based singer, songwriter, and actress.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Washington
saying?
State.
Washington State.
Okay.
And
Northwest with it.
And she moved to San Diego when she was very, very young. So she's LA based or California based.
Come on, Cali girl.
Entered into prominence with the debut album Cheers to the Fall. And her entry into the industry was anchored by, they say a little bit, the one and only Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a big cosign.
It is a huge cosign.
To usher you into the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, so her debut album, Cheers to the Fall, was the vehicle for pretty much the biggest song that we might know her from. And it's Rise Up and I Rise Up.
That's her.
That is her.
Come on now.
That's her, right?
I know that joint.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rise Up. It was pretty much everywhere.
And I rise up.
Right.
Yeah. Come on now, don't
You
have
did
me,
it better. I'm
don't
not
have
gonna
me
give
throw
you
it
got
in
that
there.
one. You
Don't
got
have
that
me
one.
throw that in there.
You got it. You got
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
All right, bring it back.
That's my jam.
Bring it back.
Chill. That's my jam.
So circa 2015, that's kind of when the song came out.
Okay.
Blew up. It was a whole thing. I think she toured for that song for at least 3 years.
She rose up.
She definitely rose up big time.
Heard you.
So she's opened up for the likes of Lenny Kravitz, doing a national tour, and then she ended up singing for the White House, getting endorsements with McDonald's and Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Then she became Oscar nominated for a collaboration with Common on the movie Marshall, which I think is the biopic about Thurgood Marshall, the first African American Supreme Court judge. And then, after that, she got really, really big when she did this little movie called United States versus Billie Holiday.
Little movie.
Little tiny movie.
What did she? What was her role in the movie?
I believe she was the titular character.
Oh, that's what you.
The titular character. You feel me? So she was the title character.
Okay.
She was actually Billie Holiday in the movie. And
Love it.
Billie Holiday, we know for being a huge civil rights icon who I believe is bisexual, Q plus situation. So that kind of like really blew her thing and blew her presence in the LGBTQ plus community.
Okay.
The Q plus community, you already know.
Yep.
And got all sorts of awards, showed up at all sorts of performances. More than just Pride. We're not talking just Pride.
Outside of
all of that. Very much community stuff. I mean, United States versus Billie Holiday was directed by the one and only Lee Daniels. So, like, that got her visibility all over, and she has never shied away from that attention and speaking up and advocating for the Q plus community. There's definitely more than 3 reasons she could be considered an ally.
Multiple bullet points, multiple check points.
And we are bringing her to the stage. Have you heard of Miss Andra Tay?
I mean, you heard the falsetto. I mean, I just gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? I definitely remember. You had to cue my memory, but I didn't realize that was her.
That is her.
But I definitely remember when that jam came out. It was all over the place.
It literally was.
I feel like it was in commercials, all of that.
She was on McDonald's cups. She was definitely doing the damn thing. So
all right.
She's outside. So she has before us a album. Actually, it's a self-titled full-length album.
Cassandra.
And one of the songs from it was a single, and that is what we're bringing forth to you today.
Okay.
It's called Chasing, right? Not searching.
I thought I was searching for the wrong thing.
You were searching. That's Luther.
Okay.
Luther. I search it. No, that's not had nothing to do with
okay.
This,
I got mixed up.
It's all right. It's all right. That's what I'm here for.
Okay, heard you.
All right. So
Cassandra was searching.
Cassandra was searching.
She wasn't searching. See, I got you again.
She wasn't searching.
She chasing.
Right. She wasn't searching. She was chasing.
Okay.
It's a single she dropped on April 12th. The album came out on May 10th.
Got you.
It is track 10 on the album, midway through. I didn't get the timestamp on the song. Like how long was it?
2 minutes 29 seconds.
Okay, shout out. Average length little ditty.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to give this. I'm gonna have to bring Sir Reginald James out for this one, y'all.
Oh shit! Yo, that's crazy.
Doing the wop, right?
Sir
Reginald on this song, baby.
Whoa!
This is no rise up.
Whoa.
This is kind of mid. But not mid, it's lower than mid. It's a Reggie. I thought this song was pretty regular, considering her caliber of the situation.
Oh, wow.
A song like Rise Up, that's a really big ballad. But you gave me basically like Kareem Bailey Ray's Leftovers. Remember, Put Your Records On. You gave me like Sarah McLachlan. You gave me regular guitar music, coffee shop music, Starbucks music.
Yeah.
coffee shop music before there was a Starbucks music.
Yeah.
It's pretty like regular. Because the lyrics, here go the lyrics right here. All right, the song starts off crazy because she says, you brought the sun and the moon. Thinking in prose, cause talking to you was like poetry. Beautiful lyrics. But then what had happened was, for me, is the song was pretty indistinct. It was muddled because I didn't know what the hell she was talking about after the beautiful words that was there.
Interesting.
She talking about getting the bag or chasing love. And I'm not really like, what do you mean? Like, it's not really settled on what you're talking about.
Okay.
So it's not grabbing me. And then the music itself is just basically an acoustic guitar, maybe some strings in there.
Okay.
It's regular.
Regular, egula.
Right. Regular coffee bar, Americano, cappuccino,
okay.
Flat white music. So that's not really driving. You got to bring a little bit more. You got to bring a little bit more with that. You know what I'm saying? Even when the kick came in, like,
the kick was late. It was late.
It was late. It was very late. There's a way to do that.
It was late and it was late.
It was very late. You
okay.
know what I'm saying? Late to the party. So,
wow.
So I would say, 20% Reginald for me. Come get
20,
the song.
a 2-0.
Come here. 2-0.
2-0. Come get this.
For the 2-0.
Come grab her.
2-0.
Come grab her and take her out.
Right. Take her home,
okay.
Please.
All right. Well, that's how you was feeling it.
Shout out to Cassandra, though.
Hey, she ally.
Shout out to Cassandra. She is an ally.
Show some respect.
Respect is always there. Respectfully,
okay.
Reginald James, come get this song.
I love it. Right. Listen, anybody can get this work.
You already know.
All right. Well, I was
a
little more. I warmed up to it a little bit more.
Oh,
a little bit more than you did.
Oh,
a little
man.
bit more.
Warmed up how?
Just a little bit more.
How much warmer?
54% mid-range for me.
That's a lot warmer, man.
I mean, damn, son. All right, you definitely had it with the acoustic. I like the acoustic vibe. I mean, if you give me a good acoustic bag, you do it right. Listen, it wasn't the craziest mellow acoustic jazz elevator music joint I heard in my life, but it was jamming a little bit. I was like, okay, I can rock to this. And then she came on, her voice sounded good. She was giving me the sultry, like, I sing, I could do this. I'm gonna give you multiple bags, but this is my chill out, cool coffee bean, fresh brewed bag.
Oh,
right?
Man, that's unfortunate.
So then she telling me a story too. So I'm like, okay. You chasing love, you chasing a bag. She did explain to you what she was talking about. She said right one, wrong timing. She was giving you this story. Like, it was the classic, met the right person at the wrong time. We both chasing our dreams. We chasing our passions. And then, you know what I'm saying? We have passionate love, passionate sex, but we don't quite, click on all cylinders for us to make it right and come on one accord and, do the damn thing. And then before you know it, a few years later, we see each other and it's just like, oh, now we walk around pretending we the right ones for other people, but all in all, we soulmates, but it just didn't work out. So it's kind of that. It's that ending infinity loop. It's like, no, you didn't get all that. You didn't get any of that. Apparently.
No, I'm not seeing you at the basement. I'm not popping up on you like that. You know what I'm saying? You done kicked me to the curb. You must not know about me.
Oh, man.
All right? So I
it was
don't
like
know.
a sad love story. It was like a sad infinity loop.
No.
I don't know. It was giving a little bit for me. It was decent for me. I didn't think it was Sir Reginald, but listen, that's listen, I give it up to you. 54 and what we had? A 20. Wow.
I was trying to play me. I gave her the 1 point.
Two.
I gave her the 1 point for the Americano.
2-0. Okay. I mean, listen, it's cool. It ain't really a versus or head-to-head or anything like that, so we ain't got to tally it up.
Not
but
at all.
Listen, that's what you get when you come to the Herbal Tea Podcast. You get varied thoughts, varied opinions, very strong, passionate
pretty much
opinions. And we stand on it. We give you bullet points while we give you reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's just food for thought to go and check out and look at these artists, this artistry, this work that we put in, this blood, sweat, and tears, because we put in effort and work into this penmanship. And we want to break it down, have fun with it, enjoy it, and then you go back and you listen to it. It's like, oh, okay, I didn't hear it on the first listen. But now I'm listening to it now, and I hear that it actually is Reginald James. Or it is,
Yeah. Where's my lemon drop pound cake and my frappuccino?
Oh, at the coffee shop?
White chocolate mocha.
Coffee shop acoustic?
Where's my white chocolate
She can't get the
mocha?
acoustic, the Starbucks sponsor.
Can you
EP?
Can you get Kareem Bailey Ray's sister?
A quick EP?
Can you move out the way?
Listen, I'm here for the acoustic EP. Come on, Andra. Come on, Andra.
Shout out to you, Andra Day. Respectfully, can you move out the way?
All right, heard you. Let's get on out of here.
All right, so what we got next for the people?
What do we got next? You know, we had this little segment a minute. And I like this one. This is my jittity damn.
Segment?
Yeah, this little micro segment. We ain't had this little segment in a minute. Little segment. We gonna hit y'all with the vintage vibes.
Ooh.
The V2 on them.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Also known as.
We love me one of those.
You remember Tevin Campbell?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna just lay out the name for you, like Tev.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? You remember Tev?
I do remember.
Fam, this is taking me back because
I remember Tev Andra.
I was a youth down back in the day. You know what I'm saying? This is like back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna get too specific, but he was one of those. You had like a Crisscross. You had like Lil Vicious. You had A+. You had like all these little kids popping up. And they was like associated with cliques, ABC, BBD, The Boys. Remember the R&B group, The Boys? I don't know if you remember. It was four of them. They was brothers, and then like Soul for Real and them. Like you had all these like kids. I
definitely remember Soul for Real.
Like R&B and rappers popping up,
all over the place.
and it just made it real for me because I was trying to do music back then. I was pursuing it. It was like, damn, I could see myself like, or they could do it. Like it was just super inspirational. Mm-hmm. And he was one of those where you saw him. Quincy was like a big co-sign for him early. Quincy Jones. And he just had this voice where it's like, yo, who is this young kid? He was young. He was like in his early teens, coming out here wailing, sound like a little grown man. Tevin Campbell, 3 times Grammy nominated.
We got to throw him on for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
All the way back.
Come on, man. Get into it.
I totally forgot about Tavandra.
That's the whole point of Vintage Vibes. Get back into it.
Keep doing your thing. Keep doing the break it down.
Q Plus singer-songwriter, actor from Texas, garnered his fame in the 90s as a teenage R&B sensation. Discovered by jazz musician Bobby Humphrey. A friend of the family kind of put him in front of Bobby to, just do his thing, and he ended up on a video for a showcase in Manhattan, and the next thing was history. He was out of here. He would go on to be on Quincy's album. What was the name of the album? I think it came out in this was 92. It was the album of the year that year.
You got me with the Quincy Jones album.
Yeah.
Because Quincy Jones is like, he's been around like forever.
Quincy Jones was putting out, people forget Quincy Jones was like the DJ Khaled in like the late 80s, early 90s.
You definitely could say that.
Like he would put out the compilation albums where he would produce them all. He would bring all the crazy R&B, the pop artists.
To me, it came from him.
Yes. Yep. So this is actually 91. Back to Black was the album.
Okay.
So this album ended up winning Grammy album of the year that year. And Tomorrow. When tomorrow will bring it is. Remember that joint? That was the first Tevin Campbell. That was the young Tevin Campbell.
I remember Cardi B and Glorilla Tomorrow.
No, see now not that Tomorrow. If it's say I will not be up tomorrow. I don't be knowing none of the words, but I'll be knowing the rhythm. But no, that wasn't it. Tomorrow, you don't remember that Tomorrow joint?
That wasn't the one I was thinking.
Away, never, one thing I
might know the song, but not know the title.
This is his first joint. This was like when he first came onto the scene. He ain't had no album out. He ain't had nothing.
All right, so
but this was on the Quincy Jones album. So your first debut is a single off of the Grammy album of the year that year. So this is how he came onto the scene. He would come out to release his album, Tevin, later that year, 1991, that would go platinum. It was like Tevin, the acronym, Tevin.
Right.
I don't know what it stood for. Don't ask me. Go Google it.
Oh,
but,
no.
You know what I'm saying? It went platinum.
Right.
And I forgot the other joints it had on there. Damn, what was the joint he had on there?
So Tevin Campbell.
Not Can We Talk. I think Can We Talk?
Okay, so
Girl, I want,
I'm Ready is definitely.
That was the second album.
That was the second
So that came out
album.
in 1993.
Right.
I'm ready, you know I'm ready. So that's the vintage vibe, actually. I'm Ready is the joint.
Forever.
You got Tevin Campbell, but
Listen,
that was
the
my
big one.
jam, fam.
That was the big one. The one you talk about is a little bit early for me. You was a kid. I was young. I was even more.
Yeah. Well, these is just his beginnings. These is his spring beginnings. You know what I'm saying? We're behind the ears still. But you coming onto the scene with Quincy Jones.
Right.
I mean, that's a big discovery.
Definitely,
you know
a
what I'm
big
saying?
deal.
To have somebody
It's
come
the
out
same
and that be the
time
one that
around.
discovered.
He might have just put Will Smith on with Fresh Prince of Bel Air because I think it
He
started
was-
the year before.
He was a special guest
Yeah,
on
right.
Fresh Prince eventually because he was doing his acting thing.
Right.
And he was also in Graffiti Bridge, which was Prince's movie that came out. This was after Purple Rain. I think this was like his third movie he had put out, Prince, at the time.
Okay.
But he ended up producing Tevin's song Round and Round that was on I'm Ready, that album that went double platinum, actually. But then he would actually end up coming out in a few, later years. A few years after that, he ended up coming out, as gay. There were always rumors here and there. There was a lot going on. He had kind of took a little bit of a hiatus for a while from the music scene. He ended up putting out 4 albums overall. It was word that he was working on a 5th as recent as a few years ago. I think he put out a single from it as well, but
Right.
nothing ever came of it. He never put out the 5th album. But right now he got out 5 albums. I mean, 3 times Grammy nominated. That I'm Ready joint, man. And remember the video? The video, he was like in a faraway cabin in the woods, and it was snowy, and it was like just him and a chick walking through the woods, sitting on a broken wooden gate and shit.
I was getting vibes from him then. I was telepathically communicating with him.
You had vibes?
I definitely had the vibe.
He had the double hoop ear. He had the hoop earrings in both ears.
I didn't understand what was really going on because like I'm still like in my formative years.
Figuring out
You
my
feel me?
formative years, yeah.
In my formative years,
Yeah.
but I had the sixth sense.
Your spidey senses
My
was
spidey
tingling.
senses, my breast was able to tell it was able to rain.
Heard you.
Right, so I was like feeling it.
Yep,
But I
yep.
didn't understand it.
You didn't quite know.
And then Back to the World came out. That's my shit. That's my other shit.
Okay.
Come back to the world.
Hey.
Come back to the world.
Hey, wow.
Come back to my world. And then I really saw it because he had the bob. He had the bob
Okay.
braids. 'Cause
Oh,
he had
my
cut 'em.
God.
He had the bob braids twist.
Yo!
Right.
The Good Burger joints.
Right.
Yup,
he was
yup.
looking exactly
He had
like
the-
Kel Mitchell.
he had the Good Burger
Oh my
joints.
God.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. Come on now.
Wow.
Come on, Good Burger
I wasn't
vibe.
even going to go there.
I did.
But but that is exactly right. So that's the era of Tevin
That was
Campbell
the
that I remember.
era. I forgot about that
came
era.
late. Was that he wasn't really as hot as he was. He was
No,
like
he was kind of cooling off.
he
This
was
was
cooling
post prime.
off, right?
Post prime.
right, post prime.
Yeah.
You know how the industry be when you become transition from like a teenage heartthrob to an adult. It's
Yep.
hard, and he went through kind of the same thing.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying?
It's
When-
crazy because I looked at some of the interviews from that era and that album where he was coming off of the heels of the I'm Ready album and then coming out with the next couple joints. And all of the interviews sounded the same from like the teenage stars, the music stars that come out and, they're like, all right, this album, I want to show my maturity over the last 4 years. I'm in a different place, blah, blah, blah. Like, they all go through the same thing. It's all, they want to let you know where they at now.
Where they
And it ends up
are.
being the same thing. But it's just like,
and the industry itself is
Yeah,
just
man.
ruthless as it is because
brings you out. It's crazy.
when you if like as a regular white pop star, like you already go through things, but like when niggas is looking at you,
On
when
top
the
of it,
sisters is looking
man.
at you, it's just different.
Even more scrutiny.
It's just different. So people weren't really. I remember like he was definitely falling off the bandwagon by the time I caught up to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew about Can We Talk and I'm Ready. Those were the main twos. They were like on the radio.
I mean, those
all
were
the
hits.
time.
Those were undeniable
All
hits.
The time. So that's how I know him. I didn't know that he was attached to Quincy Jones.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, there were rumors that there was some foul play with him and him
Really?
and Quincy for years, and he combated it a few times in interviews. But you know how people talk, and it is what it is. And you hear the things that are going on now and that are surfacing. You start to believe a lot of these stories, but I mean, it can't be all of them. You hope it's not all of them, but that was unfortunately one of the things that was circulating. But that's neither here nor there. We here to talk about I'm Ready, which was a jam, an absolute smash. If you was around when that came out, you know what it is.
I definitely was around. I don't know if I was ready though.
Yeah, I don't know if you was ready. He was
though. I don't know
though.
if I was ready.
He said he was. He was still running around with girls at that point.
Oh,
but I get it. Listen.
He
I was
wasn't
there,
ready.
Man. He wasn't. He said
That's
he was
what it
ready, but he wasn't ready.
He really wasn't.
He was ready mentally, but he couldn't. You know, the industry had him in a chokehold.
It was different.
Listen, man, I've been there. Like I was definitely there. I was that closeted kid that couldn't come out, I thought, and be real with myself, and was still like portraying that I was chasing girls, and I was still running around on websites having hookups with dudes. It was a mess. I was a mess. But
to be real,
yeah, so many people know that story. So many people share it, but you know, you got to go through that to get to this. And that's where we at with it with the vintage vibes, man. That's why I like this segment. It kind of forces you to go back to that time and revisit certain things, where you were, who you was with, who were your close friends at that point, where you were when you first heard it. It's kind of dope. I like it.
You know
I like
it. Shout out to Tevin Campbell, Vintage
Tev.
Vibes. That was
Shout
really
out to
good.
Tevin, man.
That was good. That definitely like smacked me.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I tried to.
You caught it.
I tried to.
That one.
You know what I'm saying? It was fun. I had fun with it.
Simmer down. Simmer
Oh,
down.
cool out,
simmer
cool out
down,
now?
Cool out now. Because now I gotta hold you down with the needle drop.
Oh, you know what?
You already
I'm
know.
gonna kick back. Let me take a sip.
Listen.
Let me take a sip because I like these.
Listen,
I
the
like
needle
these.
drop is popping.
You be putting me on with the needle drop.
The needle drops is definitely popping. I definitely got something for you. Y'all might have heard of it. Y'all might have heard of some, but not heard of all.
Okay.
But I'm going to fill you in. And, you know, we're going to have a little fun with this list. You know, some allies and some definitely Q plus on this list is on here. So we're going to start with the new Taylor Bennett record. Taylor Bennett with King Louis and Lala Too Much.
Ooh, okay.
There's a song called Too Much. Now, I wasn't actually sure if this is Taylor
Bennett. He might be a tenor. I don't know, but
I was just used to be a tenor in the church choir.
I don't know, but
yeah. So Taylor Bennett, I didn't know if it was his record or if it was Lala Too Much record.
Okay,
because the hook goes too much, and she doing a hook.
Okay,
but nonetheless,
that sounds like a lot for it to be his record. But.
Yeah, maybe, but he's on the record. He definitely representing for the record because he invited us to his Instagram chat group and things like that. You know how that thing's going around.
Oh yeah,
I mean, little chat group, little thing that only fans could see.
All right,
he definitely sent the Herbal Tea Podcast.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Shout out to Tim. So he was promoting this record. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. It's pretty good. Juke record. So now, and I really kind of feel
I fuck with the Juke.
I really fuck with the Juke records too.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm definitely like on. I'm here for it. I feel like that could be next after we get through
these little microwaves. Get it? But these little waves that come up like here and there, and they pop up and they like, all right, I like these little movements.
I like them too.
Some of them, like you find a little niche, you find a handful that really doing well, and then you just find a bunch of copycats. But you know, they become little movements. People pop off, they get a single or two here and there, and they eat for a minute.
The SoundCloud rap was definitely one of the things I feel like started it.
It evolved into something else.
We involved into a lot of different things.
I like it.
But definitely the Juke joints are pretty good as far as like the Chicago sound. That's mostly the type of records that people that get on the records, people from Chicago.
Yeah.
Those are really hitting. So this was one of those.
Okay.
All right, so this next one you might know. For sure.
For sure.
For sure. So
and they spell it like one word,
right?
Like Fisher.
I love that, right?
Fisher.
I was like, what's going on here?
I love it.
So we got Cash Cobain. And we have his boy Bass Swag, but really the star of this record, you and I know. It's your girl Icy Spicy. She's featured on the remix to that record. And she definitely makes that song
she came on.
From regular nigga shit.
Nah, she slid.
To the Danimals, pussy wet like Danimals shit.
She slid.
She really did. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how that thing go.
Wow. For sure. I ain't mad at you.
I still
you got an attitude, but I ain't even mad at you. What they be saying? They be running it.
MSC pussy like a Danimals. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. So I had to throw that on.
I eat my oatmeals and my vegetables.
She thick because she be eating her oats, and
She
I'm
eat
thick
her
just
oats and
like
her
her. I be
vegetables.
eating my farina and my porridge.
Farina. Oh
You know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
I'm thick just like that too.
Yo.
She might be thick, but I'm thicker. You know what I'm saying? So
Farina though, you just took me back with Farina.
yeah,
Wow.
So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? For Sure record, for sure
Okay,
remix
for sure.
record. Definitely lit that up. Nicki Minaj and Lil Uzi Vert got a record. Okay, so Nicki Minaj album kind of old, but nonetheless, Pink
That's
Friday
crazy.
2,
a few months is old now.
right?
Like,
That's kind of how
it is
goes.
old, but like it's crazy.
The
Just-
cycles are completely different than
they
they
fast,
used to
man.
be.
They fast.
So it came out during her birthday, December 8th of 2023.
Okay.
And we're like in June now.
Yeah.
The song is out, but the song's pretty much been on the radio. And
Yeah,
we've been waiting for the video or anything like that. But that hasn't really been the... she hadn't really done videos for this project. She's kind of just went straight to
She
her
really
tour.
hasn't, has she?
Nah, she had...
Did she do any videos?
She did Red Ruby the Sleaze.
Okay.
That was kind of the single that came out way before the album. And then she had Super Freaky Girl, which came out way longer than that. And she put it on the album. But those are the only 2 videos from this project.
And she's still on tour?
And she's doing her tours, her arena tour, massively successful
Yeah,
and all
she
of
out
that.
here.
Killing it, you know what I'm saying? I think she just had 50 Cent and I believe
Yeah,
Tony
she been bringing
Yayo.
50 out a lot. I love that. I love to see that. That's dope.
So she's outside basically, but so no videos. But this record, like speaking of micro genres, the Jersey House movement, I'm here for it because I think you could put that beat on pretty much anything, and if you like halfway decent, it works. And
You
it's
gonna
always
sound
been
good.
fun.
If you can't sound good on these beats, you don't need to be rapping.
It's a fun fucking
It is
club
fun to
beat.
rap on.
Like
It is
I
fun to
really
rap on.
like hearing all the different takes and variations of it.
Yes.
And this one samples the Junior Senior record. Everybody,
Yeah.
move your feet, and it's like a mid 2000s record, right in line
Yeah.
with how that resurgence is happening.
Yeah, that's
so.
dope.
But the Everybody record, I fuck with it. What
She
happened?
like, they be telling her, everybody.
These bitches fuck, and they can tell it all.
Everybody.
Oh.
That's all funny.
Big guns with lots of times.
Hey.
Like me quit laughing.
Hey, quit.
Right. So there she goes. So that's Everybody. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Omar Apollo record called Spite.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You were saying it was giving a little bit of Frank Ocean vibes.
I would say giving a lot of it, actually. I mean, and it sounds real good. Like, don't get me wrong. And I gotta familiarize myself with the rest of his catalog because I'm not sure how he actually sounds. Like, just hearing this off rip and not hearing any other thing he's done. I've heard the name before.
Right. We definitely had him on the show, I think,
Yeah.
a little bit before on Another Needle Drop.
Yeah,
But
but I can't recall how that sound. And then hearing this, it's like,
yeah,
all right.
yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So for sure, we don't know how he's evolved,
But this sounds very like it's certain runs he doing, it's certain like bridge points, like some of the decisions he made. Like I'm like,
the boy is influential.
and even
which-
the production sounds like something Frank would pick. But it sounds really good. It's a great song. Like the song is dope. I fuck with it.
Sure. And it's like, Frank Ocean, like a generation has kind of passed.
I mean,
since
of course,
been out.
he's an influence.
So he's kind of like a veteran
Absolutely.
outside. So,
Absolutely.
but it's kind of crazy to hear because like we watched him from a different viewpoint. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So we came in the game, and then he came in the game probably around the same time, but he really had made a whole impact.
Big impact.
You know what I'm saying? And to kind of see that from our end when, there just weren't many people coming out,
No.
from R&B or from hip hop or anything. And then to see that what his legacy actually became, I think it's amazing. And to
really
see that
is.
in a good artist like him is, I guess it's a compliment.
It's
You say
dope.
that?
I mean, I fuck with it. It just, it comes from, it depends on, where he stands from it. Is it on some, okay, well, I don't see it, or is, yeah, that's a big influence. This is kind of me, my interpretation of whatever.
Shout
But
out,
it
shout
sounds eerily like some Frank shit.
out. No
But it's
game.
super dope.
Shout out to Omar.
Yeah.
Next one, Tanya Nolan. This one, Baker put me on to this one. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay.
Tanya Nolan and Raheem Devon, R&B artists.
Yes.
So it's a song called "Pace Yourself." You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you was playing it earlier.
Yeah,
I like it.
I definitely was digging her voice. I definitely was digging the song. It threw me back a little bit, but they I think
See, that was the joint you was playing because that makes so much sense. Because I'm like, damn, this sound like some throwback R&B pocket, like mid to late 90s,
For
like
sure.
and Raheem Devon, like that's perfect. That's
Raheem Devon is
he right in that
early 2000s
in that class.
situation.
Yep,
so you know they collaborate on this record. I think it's pretty good. Raheem Devon, I think, is definitely notable for speaking on behalf of but advocating for like education with HIV and you know, things like that. And Tanya Nolan is definitely a whole, you know, she definitely Q+, and shout out to Baker.
Dope.
All right. Ruti. So this is a UK singer, and they
Ruti. How you spell that?
Ruti, Ruti.
Okay.
Yeah, Ruti. I'm not even gonna try for her last name. She's Nigerian and British, so you know she has a colorful last name. I was trying to memorize it.
All right. Yeah, don't butcher it.
I wasn't going to bullshit. I was going to honor the queen.
Got you.
But she got this song called Lungs. Video is beautiful. It's done in a church. She's wearing this whole dress, and she came through to prominence through the Voice version, the UK version of The Voice. You know what I'm saying? And she's performed at festivals that pretty much cater towards the women non-binary Q+ community group. You already know. Next artist, K1. K1, another British artist. So from
Not
across
A1.
the pond, not A1.
K1.
K1.
Okay.
Right. British artist. Basically does all different types of genres, but this song, Eyes Wide Open, shout out to Baker for this one too. Video is basically a one shot where, you know, you see kind of like the progression of a relationship. I love a good
one shot.
Yeah. So, you know, Eyes Wide Open, pretty good song. I feel like it also has a 2000s feel. I think I heard a little Music Soul Child in there. And it's a dope little record.
Damn. Look at you jumping across the pond.
You already know.
All right.
And we're going to continue to stay there because, you know, your girl Flo Hio's back with Make It Bang. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. Definitely another drill record. Drill. What is it? UK drill?
Yeah.
Kind of grime. Kind of mixed with the Jersey house that they always, that's kind of like the sound of right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely outside. Next one, another ally, Estelle.
Ooh.
Estelle, staying across the pond.
Ain't hear from her in a minute. That's my girl.
She's still outside. We have not acknowledged her as an ally before, but she has definitely been outspoken pretty much all through her years about her allyship. She's been publicized in Huffington Post. She's done stuff for the Human Rights Campaign. So she's definitely here.
Come on, Estelle.
So she has a song with Hood Celebrity. I think she's going by Tina now, her real name. Song called Karma.
Okay.
And it's off Estelle's Lovers Rock album. And that came out about 2018. Wow. So I wanted to bring it back. And I thought it was a good record.
A little throwback drop.
Yeah, definitely a little throwback.
Like it.
Hood Celebrity is notable for basically singing kind of about women's sexuality. And one day Barrington Levy, like, you know, right. He is the guy. He kind of came for Hood Celebrity and like kind of ended up looking stupid because she defended herself.
I remember this.
And he said it was a hacker.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how many people believed them.
I remember when that came out.
But Hood Celebrity is like, could be Q+ adjacent or ally adjacent.
Okay.
So, you know, both of them coming together on this record is dope. And last one, Victoria Monet.
Ooh.
On my mama, on my hood. Good. Right.
Yeah.
Gotta throw her on there.
That's your heart.
Definitely been outside with us since at least 2018 when she formally came out. You know, her bisexual tip. We definitely want to congratulate the queen on all the success because this record's pretty big.
Yeah, that joint hard. That joint go.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we kicking it, you know what I'm saying, for the needle drop.
That's how we giving it up for the needle drops.
I
love it. So
drop.
we had the ally of the day.
Ally.
We took you back down memory lane with the vintage vibes.
Definitely so.
And then we brought it back to speed with the fucking needle drop. You know what I'm saying? I love it. That's how we do it here over at the Herbal Tea Podcast.
That's how we did. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Listen, if you've been enjoying yourself so far, the tip bucket is over there. Feel free. Please be generous.
For
you know
real.
what I'm saying?
Definitely be generous.
Come back again. And in the meantime, we're going to end it like we always like to end it. On a motherfucking high note.
This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. What? Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit? One, puff, puff, then we pass.